In a small town, where whispers often echoed louder than words, a girl named Helena came into the world with a physical distinction that set her apart from the moment she took her first breath. Born with 4 arms, she was an embodiment of uniqueness, yet her arrival was met with a mix of awe and confusion. The town, steeped in traditional views of normalcy, struggled to understand her condition, casting shadows of stigma that loomed over her childhood. From her earliest days, Helena navigated a landscape filled with curious stares and hushed conversations. While other children played freely, she often found herself on the outskirts of their games, grappling with feelings of isolation. Her parents, though loving and supportive, felt the weight of societal judgment as they watched their daughter confront the challenges that came with her extraordinary body. They encouraged her to embrace her differences, but the world outside their home seemed relentless in its scrutiny. As she grew older, Helena learned to adapt to the complexities of her existence. She discovered that her 4 arms were not merely a source of ridicule, they were also a wellspring of untapped potential. Each limb allowed her to explore activities that others could only dream of attempting. Painting intricate murals while juggling multiple brushes, or excelling in sports by leveraging her unique physique. However, these talents didn't shield her from the harsh realities of prejudice. They simply provided an avenue for self-expression amidst adversity. In this environment of complexity and contradiction, Helena began to cultivate resilience. She found solace in art and sports, spaces where she could channel her emotions and assert her identity. Yet beneath this surface lay the tumult of doubt and fear. Questions about acceptance and belonging plagued her thoughts. Could she ever truly fit into a society that seemed intent on defining her by her differences? As she grappled with these inner battles, it became clear that the journey ahead would demand not just strength, but an unwavering belief in herself. The narrative begins to unfold against this backdrop of struggle and perseverance, setting the stage for Helena's transformative journey, a journey marked by moments of despair, but also glimmers of hope, as she sought to redefine what it meant to be extraordinary. In the face of adversity, she was determined to carve out a space where acceptance reigned supreme and where diversity was celebrated rather than shunned. As Helena embarked on this path, little did she know that her story would soon resonate far beyond the confines of her small town. In the middle of Helena's journey, a remarkable transformation begins to take shape. As she grapples with her unique identity, she embarks on a path toward self-acceptance. No longer shackled by the stigma that once defined her, Helena starts to embrace her 4 arms as a part of who she is, a source of strength rather than a limitation. This shift in perspective becomes pivotal, igniting a passion within her that she had yet to fully explore. Helena immerses herself in the world of art and sports, discovering that her physicality offers her unparalleled advantages in both realms. In painting, her 4 arms allow her to create intricate masterpieces that others could only dream of producing. While sculpting, she deftly manipulates materials, bringing forth creations that speak to the depths of her soul. In sports, she excels, using her unique physique to outperform competitors and redefine what it means to be an athlete. Each achievement serves as a reminder that her differences are not merely obstacles, but gateways to extraordinary possibilities. As Helena flourishes in her pursuits, the relationships around her begin to evolve. She cultivates friendships with those who see beyond the surface, individuals who appreciate her for her talents and character, rather than her physical appearance. Among them is Mia, a steadfast friend who stands by Helena's side through thick and thin. Their bond deepens as they navigate the complexities of acceptance together, engaging in heartfelt conversations about identity and belonging. However, not all interactions are positive. Helena still encounters peers who struggle to understand her, leading to moments of tension and conflict. These challenges prompt deeper discussions about diversity and acceptance within their small town. It is during one such confrontation that Helena's mentor, Mr. Thompson, steps in. He recognizes Helena's potential and encourages her to use her voice to advocate for herself and others like her. With his guidance, She begins to see the power of storytelling as a means of bridging gaps between people. Motivated by this newfound purpose, Helena becomes increasingly involved in social causes aimed at promoting inclusion and challenging societal norms. She participates in local events where she showcases her art while sharing her experiences with those present. Her speeches resonate deeply with audiences, stirring emotions and prompting reflection on preconceived notions of beauty and normalcy. Significant milestone occurs when Helena is invited to address a large gathering at the annual town festival. With trepidation, yet determination coursing through her veins, she steps onto the stage. As she speaks candidly about her struggles and triumphs, her journey from isolation to empowerment, she captures the attention of everyone present. The vulnerability in her words strikes a chord. Listeners nod along, some even shedding tears as they connect with the raw honesty of her narrative. The moment is transformative, not just for Helena, but for the entire community. Her story ignites conversations about acceptance and empathy, prompting many to reconsider their perspectives on differences. Media coverage following the event amplifies this dialogue further, showcasing Helena as a beacon of hope and resilience. Through these experiences, Helena continues to build a supportive community around herself, a network of friends, mentors, and allies who celebrate individuality. She finds strength not only in herself, but also in the connection she fosters with others who have faced similar challenges. As their voices unite in advocating for inclusion, they create an environment where diversity is no longer viewed with skepticism, but embraced as an essential part of humanity. In this chapter of Helena's life, we witness not just personal growth, but also a ripple effect that extends into the lives of those around her. Her journey becomes a testament to the power of self-acceptance and community advocacy, laying the groundwork for an inspiring climax, where everything she has fought for comes to fruition. As Helena's journey reached its peak, the culmination of her efforts bore fruit in unexpected ways. The town festival, where she had shared her story so passionately, became a turning point not just for her, but for the entire community. In the weeks that followed, the conversation sparked by her speech continued to resonate. People began to gather in small groups, discussing their own experiences with difference and acceptance. The walls of stigma that had once confined them started to crumble, replaced by a spirit of solidarity. Helena was invited to participate in a series of workshops aimed at promoting inclusivity in schools and public spaces. She shared her artistic talents and stories with young children, encouraging them to embrace their uniqueness and challenge societal norms. The children, captivated by her energy and creativity, began to see her as a role model rather than an anomaly. In classrooms filled with laughter and curiosity, they painted murals together, celebrating diversity through vibrant colors and imaginative designs. Moreover, Helena's advocacy work gained traction beyond the borders of her small town. News outlets picked up on her story, highlighting not only her achievements, but also the broader message of acceptance and resilience. Helena found herself invited to speak at conferences and seminars, where she shared the stage with prominent figures in the disability rights movement. Each opportunity allowed her to amplify her voice and connect with others who were fighting similar battles. In one particularly moving moment, Helena stood before a crowd at a national conference dedicated to diversity advocacy. As she shared her narrative, detailing not just her triumphs, but also the struggles that preceded them, she saw faces illuminated with understanding and empathy. After her speech, individuals approached her with stories of their own. They expressed gratitude for her courage in sharing such vulnerable parts of herself. In those moments, Helena realized that she was not just advocating for herself, but also giving others the courage to stand up for their identities. Through all this growth, Helena never lost sight of the importance of community. Her friendships deepened with Mia and Mr. Thompson, who continued to guide and support her endeavors. They formed a small collective dedicated to fostering conversations about acceptance within their town, reaching out to local businesses and organizations to join their mission. Together, they organized events that celebrated diversity in all its forms: art exhibits showcasing unique perspectives, sports tournaments encouraging participation from everyone regardless of ability, and forums addressing issues surrounding inclusion. As the seasons changed in their town, so did the atmosphere surrounding it. Where once there had been whispers of doubt and fear about differences, there now blossomed a culture of celebration, a tapestry woven from various threads of identity and experience. Helena's 4 arms were no longer viewed as an oddity. Instead, they symbolized strength, creativity, and resilience. In this transformed environment, Helena flourished both personally and artistically. She held her first solo art exhibition, titled Embracing Uniqueness, where each piece reflected her journey. A vibrant collection that captured not just the struggles, but also the joys of self-acceptance. Attendees marveled at how each artwork conveyed powerful messages about embracing individuality. The evening of the exhibition was filled with laughter and inspiration as people from all walks of life came together to celebrate Helena's vision. Friends stood proudly beside her as they engaged in heartfelt discussions about identity while reveling in the beauty of differences. Helena's story had become more than just a personal journey. It evolved into a movement advocating for acceptance and understanding across society. She inspired countless individuals to rethink preconceived notions of normalcy while embracing their authentic selves. As she looked around at the vibrant community she helped cultivate, a community that championed diversity, Helena felt an overwhelming sense of fulfillment wash over her. She understood that true strength lay not solely in overcoming obstacles, but in fostering connections built on empathy and respect. Thus, Helena's narrative transformed into an enduring legacy, one that would echo through generations as a reminder that our differences are what make us extraordinary. With each brushstroke on canvas or heartfelt conversation held under starry skies, she continued to inspire others to break free from constraints defined by society and instead embrace the beauty found within their unique identities. In the end, Helena's journey became a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit and the transformative impact of acceptance. Through her unwavering resolve, she not only redefined her own identity, but also inspired an entire community to embrace diversity and celebrate individuality. As her story resonated far beyond the confines of her small town, it served as a beacon of hope for those facing their own struggles with acceptance. Helena's legacy, marked by creativity, resilience, and compassion, continues to remind us that our differences are not limitations, but rather unique facets of our shared humanity. Urging everyone to cultivate a world where every individual is valued and celebrated for who they truly are,